At some point it'll work. Oh, sweet, we're live. Okay, welcome to the stream. If you're here, we're doing something brand new today. We're gonna do some mock interviews, and I'm gonna be corporate, and you can call in, and I'm gonna ask you one question, and you're gonna have to answer that one question. Oh, Ruben, what up? You wanna call in? Number's right there. I got everything set up over here. I should probably shrink that or something a little bit. There we go. Move that over. Something different. Cool idea. We're gonna do some interviews. I'm gonna be corporate. You're gonna be the guy trying to get a job. Okay, so I feel like a lot of people have issues with this. It could be funny and fun and knowledgeable all at the same time. What up, Reason? Anthony, how's it going? How's it going, bro? Anyways, so the number is down there. Want to call in? But other than that, yeah. Oh yeah, I always forget to shill. There's some free downloads on that website, and then some free courses you can sign up for on that site. Is the question, do you even lift? Yeah. Hold on. I gotta fix my audio settings. You hear it? It's coming through my speakers. There we go. Okay, well, they sent me the voicemail, so there you go. Hey, man, excited to see this. Look, I got a whole thing of interview questions pulled up. The ultimate list of interview questions to prepare for. Anyways, numbers unblocked. Where's HR lady? She's over there moderating the stream. Doing some work. All right, we got another one. I have to find it. I have so many things open. Okay. Hello, how are you? Thanks for being here today. Let me ask you an interview question. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Why are you interested in this position?
I'm interested because I know how to program well, and I think I can make value to your company.
Do you know what we do here? Have you looked into this at all?
Yeah, like I have some experience in programming.
Right, but what do you know about our company? Like, we're a front-end development company. Have you done any research on us?
Yep. I saw your website and I was interested in applying.
Okay, so here's how you answer that question for real. Whenever they say, why are you interested in this position? You say, I believe in your mission, and I believe in your values, and I believe that I could benefit your company's like long-term goals, basically. That you don't have to say, I'm interested in applying because I saw your website.
I was a bit confused because I didn't know what the company is, right?
Yeah, I know. You didn't know what the company was, but like literally it's the same answer for every single company. It's just, I believe in your mission, I believe in your values, and I'm passionate about the product that you're making. That's it. That's all you have to say.
Enough.
Just write that down. You should be good.
Yeah, I'm recording it.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm gonna let the next person call.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
thanks for calling in, dude. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Everyone says I was too quiet. Make it sound louder, bro. It's all the way up. It's coming through speaker right now. It's all the way up. No way I could say that without full-on cringing. Well, I mean, what's better? I saw it and say, why do you want to work here? I'm passionate about paying my bills. Like, you can't say that. You can't say that. Make it sound louder. It's all the way up. It's all the way up, like 110% up. Anyway, so if you want to call in, there's the number. Go ahead, call in. You can even look it up beforehand. Use the keywords the company has decided. You're looking for values specifically. Yeah. All right, the next question Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I got a video interview for Australian government deposition. This will be interesting. It sure will.
Call from
Jesse.
Jesse, thanks so much for being here. Let me ask you a question. Why are you leaving your current job?
Oh, no, I'm not leaving my current job. I just wanted to tell you how great of a job you're doing giving people a reality check about companies and jobs in general. All the advice that you give people, I've been giving people myself and doing myself for a couple of years right now, because I realized that it's a dog eat dog world out there, man. And you have to get what's best for you.
Oh, you just got to use them like they use you. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Nobody wants to think about it like that, but that's what it is.
Exactly. And I really appreciate you being completely honest with all of these, with all your viewers out there, because I realized my breaking point just like you did, and stopped caring,
Right.
Yeah. So I just want to thank you for giving people that nice, good dose of reality,
Yeah, bro. I mean, I just try to help. I just want people to see through the BS like I do. Like, if you want to work the job, right, that's cool. Do it. Just realize they're using you for personal gain, so you should do the same, or at least have a backup plan, even if you don't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I get it. Thanks,
Yeah.
dude. I appreciate it.
You're really welcome, and thank you for all you do, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks. That was good call quality. Thank you so much. Okay. That was good. Oh, hello. Okay. Someone said that guy was fake. I don't know. I appreciate it. You don't have to call and be like, "I love you." You could. It's. I mean, it's nice. It feels really strange. I just feel like I'm just, ranting a lot. Okay, but anyways, the number is open again if you'd like to call in. I'm going to ask you the same question, so be ready. Everybody gets one.
call from
Sundur.
Thank you so much for calling today. Why are you leaving your current job and looking for a new opportunity?
I'm not leaving my current job. I want to buy your company.
You want to buy my company. What are you offering, sir?
I'm offering you money. I want to buy your company.
See, that's not going to fly, right? They're just going to, that's not going to work. Okay, thanks for calling. All right, next one. I'm going to ask you the same question. Actually, you know what? I'll just tell you the answer. The answer to why are you leaving your current company is always the same. Never say that I got fired. Never say that I got let go. Never say any of that stuff. Never say you hate your boss. Just say these words. You ready? You got pen and paper? Write this down. I'm looking for a new opportunity with more responsibility. Boom. Done. Problem solved. That laugh, though. Y'all heard that laugh? He couldn't even troll. He started laughing. Bro, you can't, laugh if you're going to troll. Anyways, the line is open again. If this is valuable to you,
call from
Can you describe a work or school instance in which you messed up, and how did you resolve that?
I can't really remember.
Excuse me?
I can't really remember. I mean, I've fucked up a lot of times, but...
Bro, Christian stream! I'm trying to help, and you guys just trolling. I left because I ran out of hot chicks to hit on. bro, you work in software. What? Jeez.
Call from
Andrew Stokes.
Andrew, thanks so much for being here today. Tell me about a time when you experienced conflict with a coworker, and how did you deal with that?
Oh, good question. So one of the times when I experienced conflict with a coworker was on a project I was working on to integrate a third-party API service to search GIFs, and I wanted to use Giphy on the project, and he thought that he had a different one that was a little more obscure, but he thought that it would work better. And I think the biggest thing to do in a conflict situation, the best option is to speak to them directly in a professional manner, and see if you can't work something out with just the two of you. And if that doesn't work, often it's good to consider what is the impact of letting them have their option. In our situation, it was one third-party integration service. It wouldn't necessarily hurt to just go with the option he had. It worked just fine. It wasn't as big name, but it ended up working out in the long run. We were able to agree and work together on the project.
Did you follow what you said on that?
I sure did, yeah. So we talked it over, and he ended up actually agreeing with my take on it. But it's not always the ideal case scenario. But
So, like, in your answer, you started off saying that you had differences with the API, but then you started off on like a different kind of sentence where you started talking about, I think the best thing to do in this difficult situations is to do this, this, and this. So like you stopped mid-answer, basically. I don't know if you noticed that you did that.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I would have probably just, like, you started answered, and then you went on a different topic, and then you came back and answered it. I think it would have been better if you just went straight to the answer, just like, we had differences in an API integration. I went over, talked to him about it. He eventually saw my side of things. I saw his side of things, and then we moved on. Like, I don't know. But, like, also,
yeah.
My next question was going to be, what would you do in a difficult situation, or what's the best approach? And what you said was good, but I think that you were just like a slight step ahead of yourself. But then again, I'm not every interviewer in the world, so like that's also a good answer. Like basically, it was a really good answer anyways. I'm just saying, like, you were so in your head in your answer that you like start answering two questions, and there's only one.
Yeah, I need to keep a solid outline. That's good. Would you offer me the job based on that one question? Would I get it?
No, I need to know more things. I would want to see how you do the salary stuff. I got those questions coming too, but I'd want to see how you handle that question. Also, I need to be like, tell me about a project that you like are proud of. That would be how you talk about that.
Right.
And honestly, I would probably give you like some sort of small code test to see here, but like because there's so many people that are like, bro, I got a Udemy certificate, so I'm basically God, So like, I would need to see first, like, so there's no way I'm offering anyone any software jobs without seeing at least can you code something at all, But I think the answer was actually really solid. So like, guys in the chat, that's a solid answer. So good job, dude. Good stuff.
Sweet.
Thanks for calling in, man.
All right. Yeah, appreciate your channel.
Yeah, dude.
You
Have
take
a good
care,
one.
bro.
Thanks. Is this like valuable? Is this enjoyable to watch? I think this is adding a lot of value here. I'm gonna make like a course on it. I think it'd be good. What's up, players? What, Evil Kitty? Welcome aboard. Thanks for being here. Carl, I didn't say hi. Welcome aboard, Carl. I didn't know that you watched my channel except for the one time you watched the video where that Indian CEO was threatening me with some sort of action or something. But thanks for being here. I sent you a DM on Instagram, but I'm sure you get a bazillion of those, so I understand that you didn't see it. All right, good stuff. The line is open again. Anybody would like to call? I got another. Okay, hold on. Before you call, let me give you an overview of what this company does. We are we're a development shop with many different clients in all sorts of athletic spaces. So we're doing fitness clients, and we build fitness clients' websites. Okay? Okay. find where that's coming from.
Call from.
8.
Welcome aboard. How could you improve our current product or service? Right now, we're kind of bottlenecked by Squarespace. What would you do to improve that?
Oh, that's a good question. What would I do to improve that? I guess it all depends, I guess, on the actual product. So if you're using Squarespace, I guess I'd try and implement our own little web application. But I mean, I'm not actually applying for a web dev job. So I think you got the wrong guy in.
What would you be applying to?
Data analyst role, Joshua.
Data analyst role? Okay. I think honestly the best, like, you're gonna get a lot of questions about like reporting. So
Yeah.
I would need like some scenarios on reporting for a company. Damn it, this is a good question.
Switched it on you, didn't I?
Okay, all right. Here's a good question.
What is your ideal stack for data analysis? Let's say we need to pull some customer reports in our database. How would you go about doing that? Say you have free reign.
Yeah. Okay. This is good. So it depends where we're getting data from, obviously. So, for example, if we're actually getting the data from, let's say we've got Excel spreadsheets, we get the Excel spreadsheets, we plug them into a little database, maybe an Access if it's a one-off thing, or within the current SQL server we have, and then we create visualizations within Power BI, for example, based off of that. And then Bob's your uncle.
Okay.
And how
Is that
long?
what you think?
Yeah, that was a perfect answer. And then the next one would be like,
Let's say our data is in Excel. What do you think the ETA would be to convert it over to a database to have that visualized? A week? A month? How long?
I think it'd have to be about maybe a couple of weeks, depending on the data, the size of the data. So the more rows, the longer it will take. So I guess it will. That's a kind of question that's dependent on the amount of data.
okay, so what I would say in that situation, that's a good answer. But what I would say, what I have said in interviews is, could I take a look to see? Like, would you mind showing me? And usually they'll do it.
Ah, right. Okay, I see.
I've always, every time I've been in an interview, I've always said, could I take a look at the product right now if it's not under NDA, unless you want me to sign something real quick? But like, I'd love to give you an answer. I could probably give you a realistic answer. Just, could I take a look at what you have right now and then go from there? Which, like, it shows interest in the product. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way to look at it. I mean, the closest I've ever got to that is when I said something along the lines of, "What do you have anything that you guys are working on now? What would I be working on if I was to join?" I think that's probably the closest I've got to. But I guess it all depends on what they ask, right?
Yeah, exactly. But like, you should try to make all of your answers as close as possible so that you could see the product that they're working on. Like, that's what I always try to do. Every time they'd be like, "This is the project that you're working on," I would say, "Well, could I see it?" And if they would let me, the next question I'd have after that would be like, "Okay, well, can I meet who I would be working with?" And they usually say, "Well, that's usually for the next interview." But I'd be like, "Oh, that's cool. I just want to, walk over there and say hi, and maybe I'll come back and see him, maybe not." And usually that shows initiative. So that's what I would do there too. But in the UK, I don't know if that's weird, right? Is that weird?
No, that's not weird in the UK, but it's just that takes a lot of flipping balls, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it just takes like a lot of presence of mind to be able to do that, because like you are on the defensive. Everyone feels on the defensive in the interview, when in reality it's like it's actually 1-to-1, but everyone just feels like they have all the power and you have none. But the more you drive it, as long as you're not a cocky jerk, like the better fit you seem, like the more interested, because everyone else is just like, "Oh, thank you so much for this opportunity. I can't believe that you're bringing me in." Like, well, like, they're just like,
I'll do anything.
They're like,
"What do you want me to do?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like anything you say, they'll just like total yes man. Like they don't have an opinion. They can't put their foot down. All that stuff. But like, that's what I would do. But those are good questions. Those are good answers too, I think. I don't know. Does that help?
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it does. 100%, man. It's good to see your perspective, especially as a web developer, like someone who's not a data analyst. All my friends are data analysts, so it's actually good to kind of see someone's perspective who isn't.
I mean, that's
in my
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've only worked with them, so it's difficult. I haven't done it. I've only worked with data scientists and data analysts, but I haven't done it. I know what kind of questions that I asked them. That was one of them. I was like, "Hey, I have this. Can you pull this report for me? I have a customer. They want to see it. How long is that going to take? Where are you getting it from?" And then I would be like, "Could you show me how to do it?" And that might be a question they'll ask you too. Could you show me how to do it? And would you be down to do it right then and there?
Oh, I don't know, man. I think for me, I think like most people, it takes a while to get used to the company's data and what products they're working with, and you know what I mean, like and the pace they work at. Some companies, some companies have been at work at quick paces, some slow, so on and so forth. You know what I mean?
So that's what I would say, and then I would top it off with, but I'd be glad to show you a little quick example of how I'd set it up. And either they'll be like, no, that's not necessary, but the fact that you're willing to just kind of wing something on the fly would have you skip a code test.
Oh wow, really? Do you think?
Yeah, like the fact, if you pull out your skills before they give you the test to show them that you have skills, like that can get you to skip a code test. That's what happened at my last job. I said, can I see the product? And I said, okay, cool. Can I see the designs that where you want to go? And then I just pulled open the Chrome developer tools and I started editing on the fly right in front of them. And they were going to give me a code test to like make this thing and like align it, all that stuff. But I just started doing the work for them in the interview right there. And obviously it's temporary, so they don't get it for free, and they refresh the page, it goes away. And it'd be the same thing for you.
Yeah. It would be, wouldn't it? It makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I was going to ask you, in terms of in the States, like, the living cost and the salary. I look at the US salaries, and they're always like 130 or maybe like 80, 90K. That's a lot. That's like, compared to UK, that's a ridiculous amount higher than what you guys have. Is it all relative?
A lot of those.
How relative is it?
So like some companies do what Facebook is doing, and they're lowering your pay based on where you live. So if you live in San Fran, they're going to pay you shitloads. If you live in Kansas, they're probably going to pay you like 70K. It really just depends. But like usually like data science and data analysis, that sort of thing is still relatively new, relatively niche. So like the prices are really high, but they're kind of harder to get because your skill set really depends on what the company is doing, or how you can apply it depends on what the company is doing. But yeah, it's all relative to cost of living. A lot of people leave comments that say, this guy's complaining about $16 an hour. In my country, $16 an hour would be $1 million. Well, the thing is, like, you don't get to live in your country and make $16 an hour. You have to live in San Francisco and make $16 an hour, where that's like literally $1 an hour. It'd be the same kind of purchasing power. People don't think about that. But UK is just a meme for paying devs.
It is, man. It's ridiculous. Like, mate, you can, like, I got a mate from New York, and he was telling me, like, you can get like a sick house, like an amazing house for like 100 grand. Here, like, where I'm from Oxford, and it's just like, for 100 grand, you would be lucky to get a flat, one bed flat.
I don't know where he's talking about 100 grand house, because my house was like this little piece of shit that you see if you're watching the stream right now. This was 239,000, and this is a house that was built in 1931. So
what?
Yeah, it's like a 900 square feet, tiny. It's like an apartment size. It's not that big, and it was pretty expensive, I think. But I don't know where like maybe in Kansas or Nebraska you get some for 100,000. But yeah, you guys get paid like nothing.
Really? Like, have you done your research and kind of seen what we're given on a plate compared to what you guys?
Yeah, you get usually like 20K is what I find starting, or 22K seems to be the average, up to about like 60 on that upper end. Or maybe 80.
60 is like, mate, here, if you're getting 50K here, right, you're like a king. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I've seen. But like, I don't know what the conversion is. It's like 1.1 or 1.2 or something like that to US. But you guys have higher taxes because you have the NHS and stuff. So they take a lot. We don't have that, but we have. If you get sick, you get cancer or something, you're fucked. Like
you are fucked, mate. You're right. You're totally done for.
So that's kind of like the trade-off.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate taking the call on that. And I've been watching you since you're like 20K or 5K or something like that.
Thanks,
I've been
man.
watching you from the very beginning, and it's just been good content, and it's just been very informative. And yeah, man, just keep it coming.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I think everyone left that subscribed back then. Everyone just kind of bounced because I just started, I'm not in software, so like I can only talk about software for so long before, I'm obviously not in it, so I can't pretend like I am. But anyways, I appreciate that, dude.
Cool, man. Have a good day anyway, man. I'll
Thanks.
keep watching.
See you, dude.
Bye.
All right. Oh, we got another one? No, I'm not. I've seen this number. This is a troll number. Not answering that number. Good meme. How much I make in the UK? Between like 22K pounds to like 60K pounds. I've seen 80 somewhere, but like not often, you know? All right, hold on. Craig, can you reverse that? 1 GBP to USD. It's it's $1.25 basically. $1.25. When are you gonna take the shirt off for a thumbnail pose? What? I don't think that's what. Oh my god, bro, you can't keep calling from this number. Why are you trolling? Hold on, let me get my questions out. Ooh, this is a good question. Hoo-hoo. What's up, Donovan? Thanks for being here. If this is helpful to you, if this is informative, maybe hit thumbs up. It does absolutely nothing for my channel, but apparently that's what we're supposed to say, right? UK salaries are a joke. I will agree with that. I need to do a UK edition, but like, I don't know how you guys survive. Like the ones in London, they're like 22K a year. Like, are you serious? I've seen 100K in London. Probably like 25 years experience of React, right? All right, we got another one. Oh, this is South Carolina number, I think.
Call from. To accept, press.
Oh, thank you so much for calling. I have a question. How would your current manager describe you?
Hey, it's nice to meet you. My current manager would probably describe me as a passionate, very energetic person. I always get the job done, and I put the company first.
Decentish answer. Decent, solid answer. I would phrase it, so talk about what your manager would say about your work. Let me re-ask the question.
What would your manager say about your work ethic?
Ooh, see, the problem is these kind of questions, I don't know how to answer them. They're
Right.
kind of like,
Yeah, they're the hardest ones, right? Like you can do the code test, you can do the tech stuff, but this vague stuff, like nobody's prepared for. So the answer to that question is, what would your current manager, or how would your current manager describe you? You can kind of like, you don't want to make yourself seem like too good, so you can't obviously be like, my manager has no problems with me, I'm like the best, right? Like you should be like, what I would say is, my manager would say that I get the job done on time, sometimes even before the deadline, under budget, and I'm open to new ideas, and I'm decent at taking feedback. If you have a problem with what I'm doing, or you want me to improve or do something different, then I'm open to that as well. He might say I'm a little bit stubborn, but, you know, I think overall his feedback would be positive about me. That's what I would say, right? Because, like, you notice how I say, like, he might say I'm a little bit stubborn, you know, something like that makes you just breaks, you know, makes you seem more human. Because if you say, you know, I'm the best, he has no issues with me, like, he loves me, like, that's gonna make you seem like, oh, okay, bro, like you're making that up, you know?
Yeah, I understand.
I don't know. That's what I would say. Here, let me ask you another question. This is a tricky one that no one really has answers for.
What questions? Oh, let me phrase. Thank you so much for coming to this interview. What kind of questions do you have for me?
I'd like to know how's the work life day to day, and can I meet your team?
Solid. Those were solid answers. The basic. That's such a condescending. Sorry, I was reading chat. The basic answer you want to say is, okay, thank you so much for bringing me in. I really appreciate it. What do the next steps look like? And if you don't mind, before I leave, could I meet the team or the CTO or whoever I'd be working with? And if it doesn't take too much of your time, if you're not busy, I'd love to take a look at the application that I'm going to be working on or the project that I'm going to be assigned to. And if you need, you know, any further information from me, just let me know. But otherwise, you know, what would you describe your company culture as? Like something like that. It's like, it's supposed to be a closeout question where they kind of kill the interview there, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to just let them kill it and say, thanks so much. Do you have any questions? Because like, to you, it seems like they're trying to end the interview. But you could keep it going if you wanted. You could say, tell me about the company culture, or how would you describe it? Some people in chat say, ask about the turnover rate. I'd be careful with that question because it might make you seem like you're just going to bounce at the first sign of trouble. But yeah, does that help?
Yeah. Also, can I ask you one question?
Yeah, go for it.
How would you deal with like nervousness? Because palms, or usually when I go to an interview, my palms are sweating. I'm nervous. My heartbeat is racing up.
This is
How
a
do I
good
deal
question.
with that?
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. I just hate talking to new people, I guess.
You hate talking to other people, or like you don't seem very nervous right now?
I mean, when I was calling you before I was dialing the number, my palms were sweating.
Yeah, I think maybe you're in your head about it too much. I think you should have some like, maybe like outcome independence. Like regardless of if you get the job or not, you're gonna do your best. Or do you go in thinking, if I don't get this job, I'm screwed? Like how do you go in? What crosses your mind?
I'm too nervous what I'm going to say. I guess that's.
Are you afraid of
the
that they're
thing.
gonna think that your answers are stupid or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's not the right answer that they want to hear.
It doesn't, like, for those sorts of questions, there's like, it's really hard to give a wrong answer because they're just testing you to see your personality. Just don't make yourself look too perfect in an interview. Don't be sarcastic. You can kind of sense people's humor, but like, and then don't be an absolute dickhead to them. Otherwise, it's really hard. And just like, okay, I'm going to be very direct with you, and I'm not trying to be mean, but you're the person who is very like, thank you so much. Yes. 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 Does that kind of sound like you?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's you. So you should go in and be like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, could I take a look at this? Could I take like, just like stand in front of the mirror. People say this like it's like kind of a meme, but like stand in front of the mirror and talk to yourself like you would talk to them. Like, hey, it's good to meet you. Yeah, absolutely. And just you kind of just have to have pre-made answers. Just say it in your head 1,000 times and just expect all these questions to come. It sounds
Okay.
silly. It sounds stupid, but I promise it works. That's what I did. I was very nervous. I used to be like, yeah, yes, anything, yes, I think, but then I started to like, you have to drive that interview just like they're driving it. Like they could be nervous interviewing you. Maybe it's that dude's first time ever hiring somebody, but you wouldn't know. Like you can't be on the defensive. You have to be on the offensive. You got to be asking them questions just like they're asking you. Like it goes both ways. You don't want to just take any job, and I know sometimes you do because you got bills, but like honestly, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just you got to be very outcome independent. Go in there like you already have the job, and it's your final interview. That's honestly that's my pro tip. That's what I did. I pretended every single interview, like the first one, like the first time I went in to shake hands with somebody, or the first video call or whatever. The first time I went in, I was just like, I already have the job, and I'm just finalizing the details. Like it makes it a lot easier to think that you're just finalizing the details, and the details are just like, do you have any questions for me, right? Like a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Just try it. Like here, look, we'll do it again. Let me ask you another question. Hold on. Okay. Tell me about a time when you experienced conflict with a coworker and what you did to resolve it.
Okay, I have nothing for that. I don't know how to answer that.
You never had a coworker that you disagree with?
I mean, yeah, but like,
Tell me about it.
okay, so I was in school, right, for cybersecurity, and we were configuring the router. And so what happened was he was trying to configure it in a bad way that I didn't agree. So I tried to explain to him that what he's doing could be could leave some vulnerabilities to the router. So that was our disagreement. So we went back to the textbook, we looked at it, and then I showed him why his way was incorrect of doing it. And that was it.
Dude, that's solid. Like what? That's great. That's a great answer to that question. That's what you should have said. Like, I guess you were again in your head thinking that whatever answer you had wasn't good enough, and that was a perfect answer. Like, with disagreement, he was going to add some security vulnerabilities to the router, so I talked to him about it, and then we figured it out and went back to the textbook, and like that's exactly what you do. You give an example of a problem, and then you talked it out. Like basically, they just want to make sure that you didn't go punch your friend or your coworker or your schoolmate, right? They just want to make sure you weren't arguing and throwing stuff, and like you didn't talk to him for 2 weeks or whatever. Like that's all it is. They just want to make sure that if something happens that you don't agree with, you're not going to lose your shit, basically. And so like normally the question is, we talked about it, we came to a conclusion, and we fixed it. But that's all you do. The problem, how you discussed it, and the solution. It's just a 3-step. It's like on your resume. Like what happened, what you did about it, and the resolution. But yeah, like in the chat, people are saying don't rush your answers, take your time. What like the first one you said I don't have anything for that, and then the second time you answered, you didn't even say at all. I don't know if you noticed, but like that was really solid, really confident answer. It was a good answer for me. You want to do one more? Here's one. Why are you leaving your current job?
I'm not leaving my current job. I'm just looking for new opportunities and to grow myself as a person.
So basically, that question. So you're coming from the aspect of like you don't have a job and you're looking for a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have a job, but I'm looking for an IT job because my current job is not an IT.
Okay, so that's what you would say. You would say, I'm looking for a career transition into IT. Currently, I'm not in that kind of space right now, but I've always had a passion for it. And I've been looking for an opportunity to finally use these skills in a professional environment. And I think I could grow my personal skills along with growing your company because I really see what you're doing there. I really I see your mission. I see your product. I'm passionate about it. I think I'd be a great fit. I might need a little bit of a ramp up time, but I think anyone does who's making a career transition. But honestly, I think if you made the investment in me today, I would be benefiting your company very soon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Does that help? Like that's what you would say. Just,
yeah, it does. Yeah.
Just say I've been looking to make a career transition into this space to utilize my skills for this space because of X, Y, and Z. Usually you want to say that it's because of their company that really made you motivated to apply. You don't want to just say I'm looking for any career change. Like you want it to be with this company. You want this company to carry you in. And you don't want to work at other companies for the career transition. You want this company because you like what they do, even if it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
You'd say you're passionate about the product, even if you think the product is bullshit. Like, that's just what they want to hear. That's just part of playing the game. But don't say, I'm just trying to get into IT, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just practice that. Like, but when I, like, if you say the answer that you said the first time, they're going to think that you're unemployed. But you do have a job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I would say.
Is it okay to bring up stuff that I did in college, since I haven't had a real IT experience job?
As long as you yeah, of course you can talk about like if you're looking for a job that you don't have any job experience with. The only thing you can talk about is personal experience. The only thing you can talk about is usually either personal projects that you did on your own for fun or what you did at school that was kind of related, because most people go to school to do something and then they end up doing something else, which I guess is what you did. Now you're trying to get into what you actually studied for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, just talk about that. Just be like, look, I've been looking to get in this field for a while, so I don't have any professional examples to give you. I do have some personal and some academic examples I could give you. Is that okay? Like, and you could just say that, and they'll be like, yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, tell me about one. Like, they're not like just like looking to grill you, dude. Like, they're just trying to get to know who you are. Like, some people are take that, keep a neutral face and don't let the person know if I like them or not. Like, some people do that, but most people are just like, just tell me about it. It's no problem.
I get it.
You just gotta practice. That's why you just like apply to jobs that you're not qualified for. Apply to jobs that you don't really even care about. Just get the interview. Just talk to them. Just learn to talk to people that like they're not above you. Just because they have a job at that company doesn't mean they're above you. And the way that you're talking to them kind of makes it, from my perspective, seem like you feel like you're below them, and you're not. Just because someone has a title that they gave themselves or that someone else gave them doesn't make them better than you. Like if you saw your boss at work, you'd probably talk to your boss very differently if you just saw this dude at the grocery store just shopping, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't know who he was, Mr. CEO of some companies, dude's like just putting groceries in his basket, you treat him as a normal human. But as soon as you're in a room with him because you want a job from him, you're going to treat him like he's a god. Like, no, don't do that. Just talk to him like a regular person.
Okay. Yeah.
I know it's hard to do in the moment, and that takes a lot of presence of mind to do. But just try it, and honestly, they're probably really used to being like seeing people that are just kind of nervous, you know. So if you can just like put your foot down, or just like have some confidence and some, like, I guess, direction to what you're saying, they'll be very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Because like if something goes wrong at the company, they know that you're going to step up to do it, or that you're going to say, no, this is wrong, this is not okay. It's like having an opinion in interviews will show that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Does that help? Does this help? Has this been helpful
Yeah,
advice?
it did. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be
thank you.
condescending or anything. I just want you to get the job.
No.
I did it. I know what you're talking about. I did the same thing from engineering. They were like, what? Well, what do you do right now?
Oh, me?
Yeah, what's your job?
Oh, I work a grocery store.
Is there a reason for that? Like, did you just couldn't find a job, or what happened?
No, when I was in high school, got a job from there, and ever since I was just kept working there until I finished college.
Oh, so you like, did you finish? Did you graduate?
Yeah, but I'm going back for a new degree, so a second degree.
What's your first degree?
General technology.
General technology.
Mm-hmm.
What's your degree right now?
The last degree was general technology with like a little networking on the side of it, and the new one that I'm going for is cybersecurity with programming and administrative admin or whatever, system admin. That's it.
Okay. Here's a good question. Why are you going back to school?
My school got a new, like a loan or something, and they have like a new equipment, so new routers, new switches, and like a server racks, and so we'll get a lot of new experience with that.
Okay, well, if we offered you the job right now, how would you manage school and this job?
I know that the classes that I'm taking right now, I'll be taking 2 in fall, so I know that I have a lot of flexibility with them. I can probably manage if I can, get a job or something.
Would you be willing to, we need you to be at 120% at this company. I don't think that you'll have time. We wouldn't want your schoolwork to affect your ability to do the job. Would you be willing to quit your school to come work for us right now if it's everything that you want?
I can probably pause my school.
For how long? Like, are you going to go back? Because it sounds like you're going to pause school until what? Until you've 3 years down the road at this job, then you're going to quit?
I don't know how to answer that without sounding,
Why do you think that you need your next degree right now? Do you think that you could learn everything that you're getting in this next degree at this job, or no?
I don't feel like I need it. I feel like I need the experience for it in order to get a job.
But that's what you're going to get at this job.
Oh, then I just won't go to school then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
okay.
basically. Like, if you're going to, you don't get experience at school. You might get some knowledge, but that's not real, true world experience. They can simulate some scenarios, but it's just simulation at the end of the day. But if you were going to get the exact same experience but be paid for it, why go back to school when you could build your resume? Like, school kind of gets your foot in sometimes at some companies, but I would take work experience project over school experience projects any day, and any other employer would prefer that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, dude.
I mean, this whole thing has been very helpful, and I want to thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, man, dude. I hope it helps. Just I don't know what else to say, but turn your brain off. So you're in your head too much. I can hear it in your voice. Turn your brain off, and just kind of go in and just talk like you'd talk to anyone else.
Okay.
They're not above you. They're not better than you. They just happen to need your help. So you should be like, I'm here to help. Let me help. Not Like, but please, anything,
Yeah, I get it.
Cool, dude. All right. Well, I hope you have a good day, man. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you too. Bye bye.
Yeah, man. See ya. All right, sweet. I'll go to the bathroom, like, real quick. Let me put some music on and put this on Do Not Disturb real quick. Hold. Good luck, by the way. How do I do this? Do not. No! Hold on, I'm gonna put Do Not Disturb mode on real quick. Give me a second. Alright, it's gonna go to voicemail. I'll be back in a second. I'll play some music. You wanna take over the stream for a second? Okay. One moment, please. Bro, I put this on Do Not Disturb. How's it? I don't. What? One sec. I hope this has been knowledgeable, helpful at least. A lot of people are like fantastic programmers, fantastic coders. They can do their job very, very well. But when it comes to the soft skills and negotiation and kind of like having that, again, presence of mind to drive the interview, it's a weird dynamic because you put people up here because you want something from them. So you want them to like you. But they really just want you to make them money. You know what I mean? Okay, hold on. Alright. I'll be back in a minute. Rap song with manager voice. Who's Craig? Craig is learning to code. Alright, take over the stream. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
You want the music? You gonna come over here?
Oh no, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, no, you gotta come over here.
Mic on, mic off.
Come on over here.
I've just been answering you from my side. Just doing work. But yeah, like I was telling Craig, y'all try to start your jobs at the end of the month. A lot of people think it's good to start on the first of the month, but then your benefits don't start for an entire month after that. And then most of your benefits have already ended from your last job. So try to make sure that you're starting at the end, even just by one day. And a lot of HR people will tell you that, but some of them are dumb, or you end up with like a front desk person trying to be your HR. So helpful hints. Also, if you start before your holiday, sometimes you don't get the holiday pay, so that's a bummer. I would just say take a few days extra off, like give maybe a week and a half notice, and then take like a few days to yourself, and then start your new job maybe that next week or a week later. What's up, guys? We met at the gym. Duh. Must be me. Oh no. You should be able to hear me. Hopefully. Oh, Josh, we're on your mic. Yep. I don't know which mic I'm on. That's cool. You don't have to tell them your current salary. If somebody is asking you for your current salary, you can kind of just tell them whatever you want. Usually I say
What happened?
a little more than what I make now so I can get more later. I don't know, they couldn't hear me for a minute. But if they ask me what I'm making now, I always say that I make more than I actually make, because then they're at least going to match you to what you made at your previous job usually. They won't make you take a pay cut. So if you want more money, you want to raise, just fib a little. You don't have to go up by like a lot, just a little bit. Yeah, not ideal. Let's see. Also, that's not verifiable unless you sign a piece of paper saying, hey, you can check my salary for my last job. Otherwise, we're not allowed to give that out. So lying is really not going to hurt you anyways. Most jobs aren't going to actually find that out. It's not lying, it's enhancing.
Enhancing. Okay. Cool.
All right.
All right. Oh, that's your chair.
This is my chair.
That's your chair. Yeah, you get the good chair. Okay. Music's so loud. Hold on, let me.
Were you wearing the Cookie Monster shirt at the gym when we were? I think you were.
Huh?
I can't remember what you wore at the gym when we met.
Oh yeah. Top tier pays like 72k euros. Yeah, and so if you're gonna get 72k in Finland, they're gonna take 50% of that. So really, you're getting like 30. Advice for people changing careers? That's what you say.
You say, Josh, go. Yeah, chairs are on the list.
All right. Let me get some more interview questions. One moment. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. I didn't even ask this question. Okay. Hold. Do you have actual advice on how to get into leadership position? I mean, you can't talk yourself into a leadership position without having people like vouching for you. You tell people your age when applying for jobs. Never tell them your age. It's not important. It doesn't matter. People will discriminate based on age. They'll think that you're young and dumb, and they'll underpay you. Think that you're old and stuck in your ways, and they don't want to hire you at all. Like, you know what I mean? I call you from Sweden? Maybe. Let me look. I gotta turn off Do Not Disturb. Alright, Do Not Disturb has been turned off. The number is live. Help me inspire me to start my own channel. Thanks for all the great advice. Edward, shout out to your channel, bro. Thanks. Alright. Hold. Look at this freaking farmer stand. Oh, we got one. It's a 970 number. Oh boy. Okay, hold. Let me turn off the music. What do you say if they ask your age? They're not allowed to ask your age. If they're asking your age, it's a shitty company. That's basically suable.
Call from.
This.
Okay, I've sent the caller's voicemail.
Hello?
Goodbye.
Hello. My dude got sent a voicemail. Sorry about that. Allow mic access?
Call from.
Johnny.
Thank you so much for calling. Can you tell me about your biggest weakness?
My man hung up. We just wanted to know your weakness. We're not trying. You not have any weaknesses? Alright, I'll turn it down. Hold on. The phone line is open. I'm sorry. Look, everyone's like, his voice is too quiet. Then I turn it up and... Hello? Okay. Well, nobody's calling, right? I'm in high school and have summer ahead of me. What should I study? I know CSS, HTML. You should build stuff. Stop studying shit. Build stuff. That's the most valuable. You can study all day long. Reading books does not pay the bills, bro. Reading books and using what you use in those books pays the bills. Making things, build things. Don't just study forever. Don't analysis by paralysis, bro. Okay. We'll come back. How is it?
Call from. To accept.
Oh, thank you so much for calling. Please tell me about your biggest weakness.
My biggest weakness would be panicking a little bit during the project, I guess.
No, your biggest weakness professionally.
Professionally would be trying to handle too much. You know, like if I'm trying to do a project, handling too much at one time and being a little controlling.
Give an example.
Yeah, I mean, when I work with my sister, she also programs with me. When we're doing freelance work, I usually, try to do all the work myself, and that's something I think that I need to fix myself.
So that's a solid answer. That's actually a really good answer. The one thing I was looking for was how you're actively working on it. That's basically what they're asking. They're asking, like, what do you think is bad about yourself right now? Like, what you could improve, and then what are you doing right now? So that way, if something else happens, they don't have to come to you to tell you, hey, you need to improve this. You just do it yourself. So how would you answer that? Like, what would if I said, how are you working on that right now? You want to do too much yourself. How are you working on fixing that?
Yeah, I guess I'd kind of give them a guess. Let me know if this is right. I'd say.
Can you move the mic just a little closer? You sound like you're across the room.
All right, but can you hear me now?
You sound the exact same, but we'll go with it.
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Oh, dude, so much better. Thank you. It's ASMR in my ears.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I would try to say that I'm I guess I would say that I'm chilling out a little bit, trying to kind of give other people a little control and stop trying to do all the stuff myself, stuff like that. Yeah, is that right?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I'm giving other people control, because that makes you by default kind of sound like a control freak. I would instead say I've been delegating work to other people so that I'm not so overloaded. That's what I would say.
Okay, thank you.
Like that exact sentence. I've been delegating. My biggest weakness is that I take on too much work and I have trouble delegating, but recently I've been working on delegating work because I try to treat everything like it's my baby, but I just don't have time, and so I've been delegating it to other people and things have been moving smoother. I don't know if you got all that, but something like that.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. Yeah.
Does that help?
All right. Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Cool, dude. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
All right, you're welcome. You too.
All right, sweet. Taylor with the 25 I'd like for the resume to review. Okay, I will do that. I will do that at the end of the stream. Let me pull it up. Thank you for the 25. Also, you need to submit it to grindreel@gmail.com with your name and the subject, please. But I will write it here. Why is his voice not clear? I don't understand. Could you repeat everything? He said that he basically wants to control all of the work. He doesn't want to hand it off to anyone because he wants to do it himself. Honestly, it kind of sounds like me. But basically, they're looking for you to delegate it. Let's ask the same question again.
Call from
David.
David, thanks so much for being here. Could you give me an example of your biggest weakness?
Pardon me, could you repeat that?
What is an example of your biggest weakness?
I'm so sorry, Josh. The audio is just too awful, so yeah, I won't be able to hear what you're saying, but keep on doing what you're doing. I really enjoy your content.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate you. Sorry about the connection. All right. It is open. Thanks for calling. He said that he couldn't hear me, so yeah. My biggest weakness, OnlyFans. My biggest weakness, honeys with the shape. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that in the interview. Don't say it's HR girls like you. Oh yeah, we're making a skit after this today. I got an office to use. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna be Chad. I'm gonna be in the startup CEO part 2. It'd be great. I sent a grind reel. All right, Taylor, is your name in the description or subject? Sorry. Oh, we got another one.
Call from
George Washington.
George Washington. Give me an example of your biggest weakness, please.
That's a great question. I'd say my biggest weakness would be sometimes I'd be hesitant to ask questions. So, for example, in my current job, when I first started, some of the work I'd get as far as I could, and I'd get stuck, and I'd keep trying, and that would make things not very time efficient. But now I've changed things. So when I got to the point where I needed to ask a question, I asked a question, and that significantly sped up the amount of time my projects have been taking.
That was a solid answer. Can I tell you how I would rephrase that?
Yeah, sure.
So I have the same issue, actually. So this is what I actually said. I said, sometimes I have a problem asking questions because I think that I'm in my head too much about what other people are going to think of me, and I'm stubborn and I want to figure it out. But what I've been doing to rectify this is I've been giving myself a deadline of about 2 to 3 hours, and if I can't get it done in 2 to 3 hours, I go ask for help. But I also let that person know, hey, I'm having a problem. And if I can't figure this out within 2 to 3 hours, I'm gonna come by and swing by your desk or give you a call and let you know that I couldn't figure it out. Is that okay? And that's what I say every time. That seems to work. But your answer was good too.
All right, thanks. Yeah, that was a good answer. But I had another question too.
Yeah.
So right now my major is computer science, but my job is internship, and I'm pretty much working as an electrical engineer. So do you think that would be beneficial on my resume, or do you think it's kind of just like,
No,
I want to work as a software?
it'll be beneficial. They'll just ask, like, if they were to say, "Why are you transitioning?" What would you say?
I would just say seeking more opportunity, something where I can utilize my full skill set a little more.
I wouldn't say that. I would say something like, this is what I'm really interested in. I've been doing this, it's okay, but this is actually where my true passion lies, and I think I have a lot more applicable skills over here that I would like an opportunity to use professionally. Does that help?
Yeah, that's good. All right, thanks. That's gonna be it for today.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Thanks.
Appreciate you. Sweet. Are you going to do a skill where you're a developer who's awesome at their job, knows it, totally full of himself, and makes use of the leverage they have on their employer? Like a senior dev meme? Maybe. My biggest weakness is working too hard? Yeah, if you say that, they're going to laugh and be like, no, for real. The line is open.
Call from.
Ildefonse.
Thank you so much for calling. Why should we hire you?
Because I am a professional. I take programming very seriously. It's my passion in life. I am active working on projects right now, working on app development, working with Unreal Engine, working with IBMI system programming, Oracle system programming. I enjoy it a lot.
Okay. Solid answer. Sounds like what I used to say. You want to hear what I have to say?
Yes.
All right. So whenever they say, why should we hire you? You want to directly relate what you can do right now to what they're making. So if you're doing, what you say, game dev?
Yeah.
All right. And let's pretend we're applying at a game company. Does that change how you would answer that? Or would you still say the same thing? Okay, go ahead. Give me the answer if you're applying to a game dev company, you're working on Unreal stuff right now. How would you answer that? Why should we hire you?
Currently, I've completed the Unreal Fast Track program with Unreal. I've talked to Unreal developers. I've talked to this man called Steven Spiegel. He's works at Unreal at the moment. I've asked him questions about how does Unreal development work. I've developed games in Unreal Engine 4, currently working in it. I enjoy it a lot. I think Unreal is an amazing platform, and I wish to just work with the team. I have experience in programming in C++, C#, Java.
So you want my answer? You know what I would say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm a game dev company. We're doing Unreal Engine. You're doing Unreal Engine. I would say, well, I've been working with Unreal Engine for a while. I took the Fast Track course. I'm familiar with people that actually develop the Unreal Engine, and I believe my skill set could be applicable to your game right now. I've been looking for a way to move into game dev and work with a team, and I have some experience with it. You can check out some demos that I made if you like. That's it. That's all you say.
Okay.
It's very
cool.
You started going. Anytime they ask about you, it's not about you. It's just about your skill set. That's how you should hear everything. Tell me about yourself. Never say I grew up here. I have a history doing. They don't care. They just, when they say tell me about yourself, they mean tell me about your skills and how those could make us money. And it's the same question with why should we hire you? You talk about your skills and how you could use your skills to pair with their app or whatever the company's doing, and how you can make the money. So you want to do another question?
Sure, yeah.
All right. How do you handle stress and pressure?
I handle stress and pressure by Directly tackling the issue at hand. I try to make it into bite-sized portions and tackle each portion directly. For instance, let's say there's a bug in the game. I would first tackle where does this bug happen? I tackle that. Once I find out that, I'll look into the game code and find out what exactly is clashing that's causing this bug to happen. And then I'd solve the issue, I'd talk to my team members, and see if we can get a solution done as soon as possible.
What do you think? What question did you hear? Like when
I heard.
Yeah. You
I
tell me what you
heard.
heard.
Yeah. I heard like, what do you do when there's a problem or something?
Because the question was, how do you handle stress and pressure?
Oh, okay.
And you started talking about like a bug, right? So like, I think like maybe you were a little bit nervous, but it's all good. So same question. How would you answer? How do you handle stress and pressure? Let's say you have some stress and some pressure to get this game out by a deadline. How do you handle that?
By taking breaks and just keeping a calm and steady mind, not letting the pressure get to me, and I would just keep working hard.
I almost let it slip when you said not letting the pressure get to me. You can't say that because it gets to everyone. Like no one can say that it doesn't get to them. How I would say I handle stress and pressure is I organize my tasks the best I can, and I keep everyone updated with what I'm doing so that if there's a deadline, I'll let you know if I'm going to hit it or not, and everyone's in the loop with what I'm doing. I also balance that by taking breaks when I need to so that I don't burn out, because when you burn out, it's 10 times harder to get back into it than if you just take a break before you do. And does that help?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like organizing tasks, I'm like, dang, that's a good answer.
Yeah, I organize my tasks, I keep everything structured, and I keep everyone else in the loop with me while I'm doing it, and I let everyone know if I'm gonna hit that deadline or not, which I should be able to. But I do take breaks. I don't let myself burn out. Like that's also a key point. I don't let myself burn out. Don't say I'm gonna work and work and work until I get it done, because they know that's gonna cause burnout, and then you're not gonna be able to do any work after that. You're gonna be so done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'll do it, and then you'll get it done, and then you'll be dead. You'll just be like, ugh, I don't want to do anything else. So they don't want you to get there either.
Yeah, I'm like letting like the letting everyone know. I'm trying to let that point like ruminate in my mind, and then I'm like, oh, okay, huh.
What do you mean? Like, because if you're under pressure, like you gotta let everyone know that you're like, look, I'm under a lot of pressure right now. I'm doing my best I can to get this done, and I'm keeping everyone in the loop with where I'm at and the status. I'm working hard, but I'm not gonna let myself burn out.
Yeah, definitely makes sense.
I don't know. Do these answers help?
Yeah, they definitely do. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, huh.
All right, I got another question for you.
Okay, sure.
What is your greatest strength?
My hard work, my hardworkingness, my steadfast, my work ethic.
Okay, so
I would say it's my strongest.
Kind of like the same thing there. When I say what is your greatest strength, what is your greatest strength that you could apply to this company is what I'm really asking. So I'm going to ask it again. What is your greatest strength?
A fresh perspective on how to make a video game, how to like improve, like on how to release a product, a different perspective on how to help our team members complete a goal, whichever it may be. That's what I would say. A fresh perspective.
Solid answer. I would rephrase fresh perspective into creative perspective. I wouldn't say fresh because like if it's going to be like your first job, they're not going to put too much stock into what you have to say. But if you say a creative perspective, that just means a different way of looking at things. Not so much like when you say I bring a fresh perspective, it sounds like you're bringing a bunch of experience from somewhere else, which it doesn't sound like you would be doing. So I would say I bring a creative perspective to new projects, and I tend to stay up to date with what's going on in the game dev field, and so I feel like we could produce a real state-of-the-art game here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does that help?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a creative Perception.
Creative perspective. Yeah, if it's like, but if you had experience, you could say fresh perspective, because like I've been working on all these games before, and I'm now gonna come work on yours. But like, I don't think that you've done that. But maybe I'm wrong.
No, definitely haven't. No, I mean, like I've done like video like soundtrack. Like I contribute. Like some of my friends work on indie games, but no, I'm not an experienced game developer. No, not of the sort. Yeah.
Yeah. So creative perspective, and then you're up to date with the industry because that's what you're passionate about, and then also, like you just have like I love making video games. Like I'm just passionate. I got work ethic. So again, it's all what can your greatest strength do for them? Is it going to get their games out the door faster? Is it going to differentiate them in the market? That's what they're really asking. Like, what do you have to make them different and more money?
Okay. Makes sense.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Like the questions aren't phrased what they really mean, but that's just the world we live in.
Yeah, dude, it's a video game in and of itself. Like,
for real. Here's a good question. And again, it's a trick question, so hear it for what it actually means, not for what the question, like not for the words that come out of my mouth. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What are some of your goals for the future?
I want to have a finished product ready within the year. I want to help make amazing products for the world to enjoy. I want to release something on time and just gain experience in the world of video game development. And I just want to see what my creative talents can create for a company such as Unreal or Epic that's very future oriented and creative.
Okay, so we're a little bit off. Again, you kind of answered it for yourself. The question is, what are your goals for the future? The actual question is, what are your goals for yourself to move up in this company in the future? That's what the actual question means. So you went off of like where you want to be in like 10 years. Even if you get that question, where do you want to be in 10 years and 5 years in the future? Always related. I want to be a senior architect at Unreal, and I want to be developing the platform that people are using to develop games on. Or I want to be a manager because I really love working with people and helping people, see my creative vision, or help people see their creative vision and help them implement it. It's all about what you can do at their company in the future. So I'm going to ask you again, what are your goals for the future?
My goals in the future are to become a senior architect at Epic Games and really make an impact in this company. Just move up the.
No, don't say that. Yeah. Don't say move up the ladder. You can't say that. You have to say you have to have a point already in your head that you want to work toward. You can't just say move up in general, because it sounds like you're just gonna kind of be pushed wherever they push you, and you're gonna be okay with that. Like they want someone that's gonna come in and be like, look, I'm gonna start off as a game dev, and in 5 years I'm gonna be manager of the game dev team, and then after that I'm gonna be architect of the game development platform, and then hopefully after that I could move into the VP of tech. Like, and then you could kind of laugh about it because that's kind of an egregious thing to say, but you could be like, you know what? I'm driven. I'm just really driven, and I believe in this company. I believe in your engine, and I really just want to see how far we, say we can take this product. Don't say me. Like it's all like when you say things like we can do, us. Yeah, it sounds like you're already there with the company, and that's what they like. Does that help?
Yeah, definitely.
It's so. I know it's silly, bro. It's silly. I get it, dude. Like, but that's what you got to say. That's what they want to hear.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Do you want another one?
I actually have one question.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I have one question. I am a game programmer. I follow your YouTube channel, Joshua. You do great work, man. I just wonder, how do I integrate programming into my daily life? I always I can go running. I play bass and stuff, but it's always like I don't program enough in my day. Like, have any tips for that? I don't know.
Is there a reason that you need to?
Yes. To graduate and get a job, make money, and I like programming. I just feel like I don't do it enough.
I don't know. It's for me. I don't incorporate programming into my life unless I want to make something. And honestly, the only thing I'd ever want to program would be video games. but like that, you know, they're the most time consuming, and you get creative scope creep and stuff. But like, I mean, unless you just love sitting down and programming, I don't see a reason why you need to integrate it into your life every day unless you want to build a product or a project or an app or something. Like, for me, I'm just a big picture guy. Like, I don't want to go through the process of programming unless I'm going to have something at the end that I wanted. Like, maybe you're different. Are you, like, how do you feel about that?
I program because I mean it's a way to like make money, like get a job.
So it sounds like
yeah, like sorry.
It sounds like you're not that passionate about it. You just said it's a way to make money and get a job. So again, if you wanted to do either of those things, you need a project or a product or an app or a service to sell. So like if you're just gonna sit and make to-do apps or just learn to learn, like you should think about something that you would want and then try to make that and then see what you could do with it. But don't just like sit there and just play apps all day. I mean, if you like that, if you actually genuinely enjoy that, which it sounds like you don't, you just want to get a job and make money, I would just only program things that you want to make. Like make a little mini game and then just like put it on, like make it free for people to download and get their emails, and then make another game and then sell that game to the people that you collected emails from. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Do you do stuff like, let's say if you're like, do you listen to like programming podcasts? Like, do you try and like make it become your world? You know what I mean? Like,
no, I don't
do
know.
any of that.
Nope, I don't care about any of that. I only care about it when I need it. It's very like, I'm just very pragmatic about it. Like if I need it to get the job done, all right, then I'll do it to get the job done. If I need to learn this to do it, I guess I'll learn this to do it. It's like whatever the end goal is, and whatever, like I decide my end goal, and then I figure out the process, and then I'll do that to get to the end goal. But I'm not just gonna like sit and listen to all this stuff that I'm never gonna use or that doesn't apply to me. I'm just very, do I need it? Okay, yes, I'll do it. Do I don't need it? Doesn't apply? All right, I don't. Like, it's good, like, generally to be aware of what's going on, but I don't make it my world because there's so much other things in my world besides just code.
Okay, so I'll just one more question. So like, let's say you're like running or something and you're like walking. Do you like think about like your like maybe like your game engine or whatever and be like, oh, okay, the physics for this works like this, like stuff like that when you're like just walking like generally or just outside?
Back when I was doing
You know what I
game
mean?
dev, I would have ideas for, you know what would be a really cool fucking thing to make that I've never seen in a game is this. And then after that, I say, how would I make that? Okay, all right, what engine would get this done the quickest and be the least, you know, have like the least ramp up time that would be scalable later if I wanted to. Like that's how I start. I was like, you know what'd be cool is this. I don't ever go deep into the details until I get to that point. It's like cross that bridge when you get there type mentality.
Okay, yeah, that's everything. Yeah, that's all the question I had.
I don't know. I hope it helps. But different people, like, you know, different folks, different strokes type deal. Like, if that's what you think about because it's genuinely interesting to you, hey, more power to you. But for me, it's always been like, here's the thing I want. How do I get to that thing? I guess I'll learn that thing to get to my end goal. But otherwise, I'm not, like, you get stuck in the process if you're where you're at and you just think about coding to code. Like, the code is a tool. It's a tool to make something. It's not just, you know, it's not just there.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of get stuck into like, okay, classes are this, objects are this, pointers are this. Like, just remember.
What are you gonna do with it? Like, what? That's great and all, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, you gotta have a goal. You gotta be working towards something. Otherwise, it's just pointless.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, makes sense.
I hope it helps, dude.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Have a good one.
You too, man. Peace.
Thanks. Everyone's saying, he's saying like a lot. Like. I have my most creative thoughts when I'm on the toilet. Hey, Chris, thanks for sharing, buddy. Appreciate you. When I made games, I did it just for the portfolio to get me a job, not because I liked them. Yeah, I mean, I like making games because I like testing out cool game ideas, but like the code, whatever. I'll do the code to get my product, but I don't care about like if this is better off. Like, I don't, whatever, right? Can I play my game? Gotta immerse yourself in code to figure out what problem you want to solve. Not really. I feel like if you already have a problem that you want to solve, you figure it out on the way, just like anyone.
Call from.
Tell me about your greatest strength.
My greatest strength is that I am very hardworking, and I would love to uh, lift up your product at such a level that it would be great and you would be proud of selling it.
Okay, so
I'm
solid
sorry
answer.
that was a little bit.
It was a solid answer. You should talk to me about what qualities are when you say I'm a hard worker, right? Like that's good. But there's a lot that goes into being a hard worker. That means on time, on budget, you know, by the
Yeah,
deadline.
but
Like do you
I
stay
was
late? Like
yeah,
tell me like what is your greatest strength about being a hard worker? Break that apart. Give me one of those.
yeah, but when I was saying that, I was wondering if I say hard worker, they would make me make do the job more. I mean overtime maybe. So I was a little bit off sketchy at that part.
I think never like if you say that you're a hard worker, that's going to be like expected, right? And they want every worker to be a hard worker. But what specifically about you being a hard worker makes you better than someone else who says I'm a hard worker?
Yeah. So about me, then it's that I can develop products which are of high quality, and I will not leave some product stranded. Like I would not leave some product in a situation where it should not be continued, and like some people leave the project. So it's my responsibility that if I take a project, I complete it.
Yeah, but that's going to be expected. That's going to be like that. Of course. I'll be right back, chat. One sec. I got to sign for a package. Call back in a second, okay, bro? One sec. All right, sorry. I had to sign for the package. All right, my bro. Sorry, I'm gonna call you back right now. Actually, did I miss that? That's a night. Can you call back? Call back. Ouch, my ears. Yeah, sorry about that. The line is open. Yeah. The FedEx dude came, so I had to sign for the box. Thoughts on Scrum versus Agile? I don't have any thoughts on Scrum versus Agile. I think it's whatever gets the job done. All right.
Call from
This.
All right, thanks, dude. So let's go back to that. What makes you a harder worker than someone else who also says they're a hard worker? Talk about. Actually, let me tell you what I would say. Is that cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone says, "What is your greatest strength?" I would say my ability to get things done by deadlines, even under pressure, because I set myself up with systems to get the job done on time and under budget. Usually, at least I do my best, and I keep everyone informed with what I'm doing. And I believe, you know, in this industry of, let's say, game dev, where it's, you know, high stakes all the time, I definitely think what I'm bringing to the table could help get this game, this product, this service out the door on time, under budget. And, you know, I really believe that I could be a benefit to this company. Something like that.
Yeah. Fair enough. Actually, I have never given an interview before because I'm still in college first year, so I was thinking that it would be helpful.
Yeah, it's too vague. Like that's I guess that would be a common answer, but it's too vague. Like here's a question. What is your biggest weakness?
My answer here would be like, I don't need to tell them my weakness. Like, if they
Yes, you
know my
do.
weakness, they can use it in some of the other way.
Right. So they're asking your biggest
Do I
weakness
need to
because
tell them the weakness? Then yes.
they want to know
Okay.
that you're like when they say what's your biggest weakness, they're not looking to like figure out, okay, all right, we're gonna make him do all this because that's what he sucks at. Like they want to know, are you aware? Yeah, are you aware of something? Are you aware of something that you need to improve, and what are you doing to improve it? They're not saying tell us a secret about you that you suck at so we can exploit it. That's, I mean, they're really not trying to do that, I promise.
Okay, I get you.
So go ahead and answer that again.
Okay, so one of my weakness I would provide is when I code in React or Node, I come up in some situations like there are huge errors and I cannot solve it, and I take usually days, but I get the job done. It would be done in a very long way or short way, I don't know, but I get the job done till the dead time.
Okay. Everyone in chat seemed to like your answer. It's just say it's none of your business, Karen. Just say that. But honestly, that was a decent answer. The good part of the answer was sometimes I get stuck in React, but I get it done, right? That was how you're resolving it, but I get it done. You need to break that apart. Like the good part, I get stuck in React. The next thing that you would need to say is, this is how I fix that. This is how I resolve that. How would you answer that? Like when you say, but I get the job done, what does that even mean? You know, if it's on time or late, don't ever say that, which is what you said. Say, I get stuck on React, but I usually pull up some courses or some resources, or I go ask for help so that I can finish whatever it is I need to do.
Yeah, so also I would like to ask, should I mention that I use Stack Overflow, because they would then say that if you use Stack Overflow at the job, you know nothing.
If someone says,
I'm actually done.
Yeah, dude, if a dude in tech says if you use Stack Overflow, you know nothing, that guy doesn't even know what tech is. Honestly, like I feel, I see where you're coming from though. Like you're trying to be super knowledgeable, super up here, but they just want to see you being a human that wants to make their company more money. Like with the one answer, like what's your greatest weakness? I don't want to tell you because you're going to use it against me. You can't say that because you want the job from them. And then also, you know, if you say I use Stack Overflow or I use resources or I ask for help, that doesn't make you look stupid. It just makes you look human. No one knows everything. And if you say, well, I don't know, but I get it done, they're going to be like, well, how do you do that? How does that happen? You got to say, oh, well, if I don't know the answer, I ask for help. Usually I set a deadline of like 2-3 hours. And then if I don't get it done, I'll go ask for help or I'll use Stack Overflow. But don't work at companies. Actually, hold on. Where are you located?
I'm at India right now.
Okay. Do they do that to you there? Is that how they treat you, or like where did you get these ideas from?
Actually, I have no experience because I had no interview before this. I had no job. I had done just one freelancer client, and that too failed miserably. So I have no idea about it.
Okay. I'm just making sure that you didn't have like bad experiences with that. But I could see where you're coming from. Like you want to look like the best candidate possible. You want to look perfect in all areas, but that's not what they want. They want someone that's honest and human, that, you know, because they know that you're going to make a mistake. And if you get stuck, you can't try to cover it up and hide it at all. You just got to be very transparent. And that's going to make them respect you because they're going to see straight through it, you know? Like if you ask me the question, like, let's say you're interviewing me and you were to go, hey, Josh, what's your biggest weakness? And I said, it's none of your business because you'll use it against me. Like, what kind of impression would you get? Would you still hire me?
No, I won't because that's so rude. But if I use that none of the business in some other way, like if I say I don't feel comfortable telling you this, so would it work, or is that also a red flag to them?
That's a pretty red flag because it looks like you're on the defensive. It looks like you're trying to hide something. Like it looks like it's a big weakness, you know? Like if you said, what's your biggest weakness, Josh? And I said, I don't feel comfortable telling you my biggest weakness. Wouldn't it make you wonder what I'm hiding? Like what am I not telling you?
Yeah, it looks pretty suspicious when I see it at this side right now.
Yeah. Like just like anytime you think of the answer, just imagine if you were asking it to someone else and they told you the same thing. Would you hire them? That's what I do. I'm like, would someone else hire me if I said that? I'm probably not. Or I probably wouldn't hire them if you know they said that to me. Yeah, you gotta tell them basically. You gotta come up with something. You can't say my weakness is that I'm a perfectionist either. It can't be something that you're trying to make into a weakness. It can't be a positive that you're trying to make into a negative. It has to be a negative that you're trying to make into a positive. Like I work too long. I stay at the office too late. You know, that's kind of like a humble brag.
But what if I say them that I don't have any such weakness? Would they still
Bro,
find it suspicious?
Like
Or
imagine
would they
if
let
I
it
said
go?
that
Or
to
would they
you.
ask more questions about it?
Imagine if I said that to you. Hey.
Yeah.
What? I got no weaknesses, bro. I'm perfect. You know, like what? You'd be like, okay, bro. Yeah, shut up. You know. And next question. Like you would laugh, and they would laugh, and they'd be like, okay, but for real.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
They're not.
That was a little bit annoying, but
Yeah. I mean, you just have to be transparent with them. Don't try to make yourself look perfect, which I guess is the mindset that you're coming into it from. You're trying to make yourself look like you have no weaknesses and that you're going to be the best candidate.
Yep, because sometimes I get afraid that they would start judging me, because if I tell them something that like if I tell them about something about time management, that I could not complete my project in this certain amount of time or anything like that, so they would start judging me and they would give me less pay than I expected. Is that a thing?
No, they won't do that. They'll just be like, okay, well, as long as you're working on it, that's fine. They can't, like, that's what they give you a starting offer based on what you say, and if you improve, they give you more money, hopefully. But if you start to decrease in performance, or you start to just get terrible, right? They're not just going to dock your pay, they're just going to fire you. That's what they're going to do. They're going to get someone else for the same pay that does the job. They're not just going to slowly remove your pay. They'll just fire you. That's how it works.
Okay. So in general, I need to convince them that I am a better candidate to improve their product. Plus, I am here for a long time, so they should not judge me. And I'm giving my 100% commitment to them. Like I'm not working on any side projects, or I'm not
No, don't
working
even
for
mention
any other
that.
thing. I'm not in the school.
No, don't mention it. Don't say I'm 100% dedicated. Don't say any of that stuff. Like, just say, like, because then you don't want to make yourself a slave either, right? You don't want to say I'm 100% dedicated to you. Anything you say, anything you want me to, like, don't. You got to have some opinions. You got to have some, like, if they come to you and they say, "What do you think about this?" Are you gonna say, "Well, whatever you want"? Like, or if they come to you and say, "What should we do here?" What are you gonna say?
Yeah. I don't know.
We have an application that we need to make. How do you think we should make this?
Okay, so I would suggest them the basic idea. For example, if we take an e-commerce idea, I would tell them that we have the basic database design. We can design the product in such a way, and I could try to show my projects to them, my existing projects to them, which make an impression on them that I'm suitable to do that job.
They've already decided that you're suitable to do the job. Tell us what we're doing. What are we doing? We're making an e-commerce site. We need to get it up in a week. What are we doing?
Yeah, so we will divide the groups to design many components. Like if I'm working on front end, then I'll divide the team for some to work on the login section, some to work on the cart section, some to work on the product section, and other on the payment section. So I don't think this will work, but
Okay, so the answer I was looking for was the tech stack that we're going to use, the estimated time that it will take to get that up, and who's going to work on what. That's what you got to do. You got to have like a plan, right? And that's what they want. Like, if you had a company and you have a website that sells shoes, and you want to change from Wix to something else a little bit more custom, and you go to someone and you say, "All right, what are we doing?"
Yeah.
And that guy said, "Here's my projects. Look at them." Would that answer your question? Or would you say, okay, I don't like...
So I need to convince them that I have a plan to do that job correctly.
Yeah, exactly. You have a plan to do the job. You have a plan to make their company more money. You have a plan to bring your skills to their company and help improve whatever product they're making. And if they need something else, like, great, you have ideas. It's okay to have your own ideas, basically. I feel like maybe this is a culture thing. but I don't want to assume that. But I feel like maybe it's a culture thing where you live, that the people that are above you at work are like, you're supposed to treat them differently. Am I wrong there? I'm not trying to be ignorant. I'm just curious.
I also don't know much about that because I've never worked like so. Because I've applied into 1,000 places right now, and no, I'm selected in nothing. Like there's no chance of being selected. So that's it.
Well, okay. From my research, I've seen that culturally, it looks like you must treat your superiors way better than you. Like you treat them very, very well, and like you have to respect them, and you can never ever disagree with them, and anything they say is the law. And that's just not how it is. Like you are allowed to disagree with people at work just so much. Like disagree, but have a reason why you disagree and explain your alternative. Don't just disagree at work and then not have a solution, right? Like it's like people that just complain about stuff, but they don't do anything to fix it. Like don't be that guy at work.
This happens, yeah. The situation you said mostly happens in startups here, like the newest junior companies. They usually do that. Like if they're afraid to losing their jobs because the seniors may fire them because they're not, because people here think that juniors are being rude to them if they are trying to deny them. In short, so they think that the juniors think that they are going to be fired, so they simply don't place an idea which is opposite to the seniors' idea.
Right. Okay. Well, it sounds like you just need some practice. So I would just go apply, and I would practice having a plan. Honestly. Does this help? Has this been a beneficial conversation?
Yeah, actually, this helped me a lot.
Cool, man. I appreciate you, dude. We're gonna take another call.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Have a good one, dude. All right. Some angles make his head look small. It's because I have a wide angle lens, right? I gotta fit these traps in, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, hopefully this is beneficial. This is an hour and a half. I have to go make a skit, guys. So I'm gonna put this on Do Not Disturb. And if you like this sort of thing, we can come back to this. But other than that, otherwise, oh wait, hold on. We're gonna review one resume first. Somebody calling from unknown number. Ain't happening, bro. Not doing it. All right. Actually, I'll review the resume after this and I'll send it over. But if this is a good idea, if you like these sorts of streams, let me know. Oh, my camera battery's about to die anyway, so it's perfect timing. Otherwise, I'm gonna head out and I'm gonna go make a skit and pretend to be a CEO. So why does he have a Cookie Monster tank top? I got it from Walmart. Thanks for noticing. I've had it for a while. The disconnect blew up my speakers. It blew up my headset. Don't worry. It's on Do Not Disturb. Let me put the music back, and then we'll just chill out for a second. Go check out the free stuff. There's free stuff over here and paid stuff over there. You could go support the channel, and then I don't think I have anything else to show. I did get a sponsorship request during the stream for Monday. I don't know if I should take it. I guess that's it. All right. So I'm gonna review Josh and put him on the hot seat. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, someone ask me the questions, dude. I'll turn on the corporate.
Oh, that's a great question, Karen. Thank you so much for asking that. Why do I want to work at this company? Karen, have you seen yourself lately? You're beautiful. Just kidding. That's a little inappropriate. Let me give you the real answer, Karen. I believe my skill set aligns up perfectly with what this company is doing. In fact, my mission has always been this company's mission. In fact, I'm so passionate about this company, I should be the CEO.
You know, whatever. Anyways, I guess that's it for the stream. We'll be back tomorrow with the skit, and then the next day with something else. Maybe. That's all for now. Toodaloo, everybody. Have a good one. Leave a like. See you later.